the Riverhawks, and I guess me and you, wear these jerseys to celebrate a portion of Edmonton that is a beautiful, beautiful part of our history.
That is unique and makes Edmonton Edmonton. So this year, of course, it is the tragedy or the triumph on the white line, however you want to see it.
Right. Now, do we know?
For 72 hours while I waited for the fire department to cut me out.
Well, I was going to say, because you were in there with another guy. Is he still in there?
He is, yeah. I stood on his shoulders and I crawled out.
Now, the Cowlitz balls are still fenced. I mean, did you notice that?
Yeah.
Good job, Mike. So we have Cowlitz balls, and we're going to be throwing these out to the crowd a little bit later now. So we're going to celebrate this. But more importantly, Donovan, it's country night with our friends at Kiss It Radio.
Oh, absolutely. It is country. We got both kinds of music here tonight, country and western.
Wow.
So you're going to have a really good time. We have a lot of things going on. We're going to give out some t-shirts. We're going to have a food eating contest. There's going to be some running around the track. We got lots of entertainment for you guys. Plus, a little something called baseball. We're going to learn about our friends from Cowlitz County.
Well, you know, Donovan, I've got some boots.
Yeah.
I've got a boogie. Is there anything left?
Well, I could probably get a little scoop.
A little scoop in there, okay. All right. I'm going in now.
A scoop right now, friend. Here we go.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. That's pretty good. Yeah. That's pretty great. That's you doing perfectly.
Yeah.
Donovan, you know what? I know the crowd is here. We're going to find a little bit more, but, you know, the young men from Cowlitz, you've been able to spend a little time down there. What kind of opponents is there going to be tonight? I see them warming out there. One guy trying to do a backflip.
Yeah.
There's a guy there just laying on his back, actually. I'm not sure.
They're a pretty tough team, Graham. I'm just going to say they're happy and eager to be in the big city, that's for sure.
Is that right? Do you think we're going to find out a little bit more about Cowlitz tonight as well? Yeah, that's going to be good.
Mentoring some of the mistakes my friends.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun night. We're going to be back. So we've got baseball. You know, we've got the tractors outside. And I'm going to give them another shout out, but thanks to Kubota for the tractors.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty amazing. You know, Aaron, do we have a graphic that we can put up on the board? Yeah, there you go. Thank you to Edmonton Kubota Limited for those tractors. Have you ever driven a tractor, Don?
Yeah, you know what? I was part of the Freedom Convoy this year.
Yeah, that's... Your mic is off, Donovan, just a gentle reminder. And yeah, so we've got the Kubota tractors, thanks for that. We've also got the Cora and Reese, the wife carrying champions as well.
From Lackla, Bishop, Alberta.
Yeah.
Victory spot of David Thompson in this glorious part of the land.
Yeah, so now we're going to throw this a little early.
Right.
If you're a couple, I don't think you have to be married.
No, legally you don't have to be married. If you are a couple and you marry one of your partner and or spouse.
Yeah, we're gonna have a wife carrying race.
Yeah.
And there they are. There's Corey and Reese. So if you feel like, let's say you've had a couple of beer bats in you, and or let's say, you know, Donovan, some people like to renew their vows.
Yeah, this
right?
is the best way to do it.
Yeah, you can see
they're doing something called the Estonian.
That's the Estonian carry. That's the losing carry. That's not the team that won. Corey and Reese was the traditional wife carry, no doubt. But if you track Donovan down, and if you and your partner want to enter this wife carrying race we're not going on, let us know. I think we can probably find a spot for you.
We're going to be doing that over at the alley. Also, we've got Bobby Morse racing. There's so much going on here.
You know, it's almost too much.
Some would say too much.
Some would say too much, so it's going to be good. But we're going to be back, and we're going to interweave this all through. But, Don, you, oh boy. Well, you do a great job. So we'll catch up. You know what? I also hear there's going to be a special appearance by a handsome stranger riding in on a horse.
Oh, that's not true.
Yeah, I think so. So, yeah. I'm not sure. Oh, look, someone from Cowlitz put his backpack on, and he's just going back to the hospital tonight. Good luck tonight. We'll see you later. Thanks for coming out. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Well, we'll check in with you later.
All right, have a great game with the Blue Graham, and I'm going to say have a great evening, everybody, and let's hope that the Top Balls take a win.
I find it very, very easy to be true. I find myself alone these days through. Yes, I'll admit
Mic test 1 2. Mic test 1 2 3.
radio, and it's also going to be a lot of different stuff going on. But I see we have a little bit of a boot scoot boogie dance. Is that going on here? Yeah, we got the boot scoot boogie group going on. It's country night. Let's kick it off, right?
All right, mic test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Absolutely. We're going to do it. That's all we need. I got these guys keep giving us some lessons on dancing. Free throw t-shirts. A lot of stuff going on.
I love it.
It's time again for Edmonton Riverhawk West Coast League Baseball. Here tonight from Remax Field in Edmonton. Beautiful warm day today. It's 28 degrees centigrade. That's 86 degrees Fahrenheit as we approach game time today at about 7:12. We'll have KJ Ward, big hard throwing right-hander, and he'll be on the bump tonight for Edmonton. Here's the way the Cowlitz Black Bears line up tonight. The field manager is Kelly Stinnett. Leading it off and playing in center field, it's Sam Canton. Batting second, the shortstop this evening, number 2, A.J. Singer. Lee Trey McCollum is going to play out in right field tonight. And Ian Riley drops into the 4-hole. He'll be the first baseman, number 18. Chris Brown, the third baseman, number 34. And Seth Stroh is the designated hitter. Max Ortega will do the catching tonight, hit 7th. And Carter Mondo will be the left fielder this evening, hitting 8th. And Eli Lopez, the second baseman, will bat 9th. And we'll have a left-hander pitching tonight for Cowlitz, number 21, Cal Etheridge. K.J. Ward, a sophomore ball player on this club, a Houston, Texas right-hand pitcher. 6'6", about 240 pounds. He attended last Park University down in Gilbert, Arizona. Ward will make his 7th start to go along with 2 relief appearances, 25 innings, 22 hits, 18 runs, 7 earned, 23 base on balls, 29 strikeouts, logs a record of 1-3, no saves, and a 6.12 earned run average. The West Coast League, the combined batting average against KJ is .225. And the ball game is underway, 7:11 Mountain Time under ideal conditions tonight. Ward in there with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. It's a called strike, 0-1. Now, the last time we saw Ward in the start, he actually turned the dial up to 98 miles an hour, which is, by any standard, hard throwing. The pitch was not in the strike zone at 98, but he can dial it up to 96, John, and put it in the zone. Sam Canton, the center fielder, left-handed batter. Front foot open a little bit, big knee bend, deep in the batter's box, and the pitch to him. He wrists the ball up the middle. This is Boughton, the second base, but he made a nice fielding play. Had his arm cocked, but no play. Over at first base, that'll be a scratch single.
It's tough. He slipped a little bit on that. Trying to make the turn and had no throwing. Was very smart in not throwing it because it probably thrown it away.
Defensively, Nico Liban will complete the battery. Over Morris is at third, Osana at first, Coral at shortstop, Boughton at second base, left to right in the outfield, John McGill, Dan Calabrese, and Brett Ott. The Hawks wearing their Talus Balls uniform top tonight with the white pants. Brilliant orange top tonight for the Cowlitz Black Bears with the gray pants. No stirrup. Double play depth in the infield, KJ Ward's pitch. Fastball misses low at 94 miles an hour. 1 ball, no strike on A.J. Singer. Singer hitting .248 in 33 ball games, 125 at-bats. 19 runs, 1 home run, 19 runs batted in. 2 stolen bases, slugging percentage of .336, and an on-base percentage of .358. So those are pretty nice totals for A.J. Singer. 3-2 win last night for the Black Bears. Cowlitz Black Bears will play out of Longview, Washington. To use an old term, they snared victory out of the jaws of defeat. Runner goes, and here's Nico Liban's toss. It's in there on 1 bounce, tagged down, and they're going to get him. Sam Canton slid the bag. I think that's, John, I think part of it is to the fact of the very slick artificial turf here. That probably wouldn't happen on shale.
No, and then we've seen this a number of times this year, Al, where the base runners slide over. They're not used to this artificial turf at all. It's very fast, and that the home team, Riverhawks, have learned. You just stay there with the ball. They get by, we'll get the tag.
AJ, a 5'9", 170-pound middle infielder, and the pitch to him. He pops it up off the high end of the bat. It's over in the right field gap, and camped under that is Brett Ott. And there's 2 away. Singer out of Iowa Western Community College, a sophomore, comes from down in Glendale, Arizona. And Lee Trey McCollum played at first base last night. They'll strap him up tonight in right field. He is one of the faster runners, better base runners in the league. He got 20 stolen bases on the year, and you wouldn't think so looking at a big man like that. He's got those long legs, and he knows how to use them. Now they can play the infield fully back up the middle, midway at first and third. Here's the kick and the pitch. A.J. Ward threw a changeup at 81 miles an hour. Strike one to Lee Trey McCollum. California State, Santa Barbara. Murrieta, California, a junior. And a big tall ball player, 6'4", 202 pounds. 96 mile an hour pitch, down and away. 2 gone. Sam Canton reached base on an infield hit. He was erased at second base, and a perfect throw by Nico Libet. And we sit at a ball and a strike here on Lee Trey McCollum. Long stride home from the set position. Pitch is a curveball, 82 miles an hour. Nice spin, nice break on that deuce. And Lee Trey is down to a 1-ball, 2-strike count.
Really good breaking ball in there. When you've got the speed that he has, Al, and then you come with, about 15 miles an hour or less on that breaking ball.
He's tightened up the spin on his curveball from last year. He had a really supple grip. Now that means the bigger the break, the slower the curve. He's tightened that up a little bit. And he throws it. It's a real good pitch, a backdoor hook on left-handed batters. Down even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. As K.J. Ward is ready to go, the fans really enjoy watching him pitch. The breaking ball fouled to the backstop. K.J. works just about right down the middle of the pitching slab between the first and the third base sides of the rubber. Plate umpire tonight is Tyler Bourne. At first base, it's Matt Beaudry. The umpire working at third is Sean Witherall. Boughton is playing this batter not to get around on the fastball, midway between the bags of first and second and fully back on the skin. A pitch and a bouncing ball that is foul at third base. Steady diet of heat on the inside half of the plate. That one clocked at 96 miles an hour, and that is a very accurate reading. The technology in this, just like anything else, has really improved. The exit speed on that ball off the bat only 54 miles an hour. It's recorded from the release point of either the crack of the bat or the pop of the mitt, and it comes up instantaneously. Stretch here by Ward, and here comes the pitch. High hopper to the shortstop Coral. He fields this one on a big high bounce. Onto the bag, and that'll do it here in the top half of the first inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left the board. Jiffy Lube presents Riverhawk Baseball here on TV. Ensure your vehicle performs its best by visiting Jiffy Lube for an oil change today. No appointment necessary. Warranty approved. Jiffy Lube, keeping you moving. Pitching tonight for the Black Bears, it'll be a left-hander. Kyle Etheridge, 6 feet, 180 pounds, out of Altoma, California. He's a senior out of Northwest Nazarene College. He's got a pretty good year going. This will be his second start to go along with 11 bullpen appearances. 21 innings, 7 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned. He's got a great ball to strikeout ratio, 7 walks to 27 strikeouts. And the pitch is bunted in the air. It's in foul territory. There'll be no play. He logs a 1-loss record of 1-1, no saves, and a 2.57 earned run average. Strike one on the batter, John McGill. Kelly Coral and Tommy Takayoshi due up in the inning. Ortega behind the plate, Brown at third, Riley at first, Singer the shortstop, and Lopez is at second base. And the pitch, it's a slider on the outside block, strike 2. Carter Monda is the left fielder, Sam Canton in center, and Lee Trey McCollum is the starting right fielder tonight. The infield plays back, threw him another slider, 87 miles an hour. That slider's got a nice late break and a little dip on it. Good pitch to a left-handed batter.
It really is, and he snaps it really well.
And shortstop Kelly Coral, the batter up. He swung as good a pole as anybody in the lineup last night. Curl with 3 hits. He got a bunt single in the third, pulled a double down the left field line in the 6th, and he slapped the line drive base hit up the middle in the 8th inning. 2 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, and 6 left for Edmonton. 3 runs on 8 hits, 1 error, and 7 left for the Cowlitz Black Bears. Now with that Cowlitz win last night, the seasonal series is now 2 apiece. 2 wins for Edmonton and 2 for the Black Bears. Here's the kick and the 1-1 delivery. Dotted the eye right on the outside black. 87 miles an hour on the fastball. Bring the count around to 1-2. Matinee game to wrap up the homestand tomorrow. We'll have that one for you right about 1:05 Mountain Time. The weather looks absolutely ideal. Slow ground ball pulled to the left side. Singer, the shortstop, up with it. Throws a sinker ball down to the bag, and Riley was there. He does the splits like a scissor and digs that one out of the dirt. 2 away.
Real good pitch, Al. Kept it low, and it's tough to hit those low pitches out of the infield unless you get her in a gap because it's going to be on the ground.
2 runs scored for the Riverhawks last night, and here's the man that knocked both of them in. Tommy Takayoshi had a fielder's choice run batted in the 3rd. Stroked a base hit up the middle in the 6th inning, and that knocked in Kelly Coral. Tommy, the switch hitter, he bats right-handed here against the left-handed pitcher. And Etheridge throws a strike, evens it up at a ball and a strike. 2 gone, bases empty. Here in the bottom half of the 1st inning, it's country music night at the ballpark tonight. As far as I'm concerned, they could have that every night.
Yeah, same with me, Al.
Here's the kick and the 1-1 pitch. Fastball upstairs. Noah Boughton, the second baseman, left-handed batter, due up next. Etheridge is ready to go. He overthrew the fastball. That's high the strike zone, bringing around a ball 3. And the Riverhawks will saddle up and hit the road. They're going to be in Port Angeles and in Wenatchee to play the Apple Sox. So a 7-day, 6-game excursion through North and Central Washington, then out to the West Coast. 2-2 here to Takayoshi.
Well, I hear the weather there has been hotter than it is here.
And here comes the 3-2 delivery. There's a line drive back up the middle. Fielded here by Lopez. His throw is off target. And Takayoshi's going to beat out an infield hit. Tough chance for the second baseman Lopez. He made a nice fielding play, but his momentum carried him away from the throwing target.
That's exactly right. So the power he had in the ball was all eaten up with his momentum heading toward left field.
All right, we'll go to Noah Boughton. Came in last night in a switch hit appearance, a pinch hit appearance, and he flied out in the 10th inning, so he had last night off, or pretty much all of it off. But Noah with a great year going. Boughton hitting .304 in 29 ball games. And this will be his 93rd at-bat on the season. And the pitch to him, a strike is foul to the screen. 0-1. And another real nice crowd on hand here tonight. We had 4,500 last night. I would think we'd be right in that range here this evening. Strike 1 to the batter, Noah Boughton. Now, if you're coming into Edmonton for K-Days, which is our annual summer exhibition, check your schedule and make a night here at the ballpark, part of your Edmonton festivities. Here's the kick in the 0-1 delivery. Slider, outside corner, right at the knee. 0-2. Evan Overmars is a right-handed batter, the third baseman in the on-deck circle. Takayoshi widens out about a 12-foot lead off the bag. Defensively, he's a catcher. He's not really built like one. He's long and he's tall on the saddle. He can dangle pretty good. That fielder's choice run batted in last night. There was only one reason for it. That's how fast Takayoshi flew down that line. As it was a bang-bang play at the bag.
You don't see many catchers that have good speed, but he is an exception to the rule.
And here comes the 2-2 pitch. And that is taken down and away, full count, and Takayoshi will be off and running with a pitch at first base.
That ball didn't look like it was down too low. It looked pretty close. So that's the hardest thing. I'm sure it was a ball, but those are hard to take.
Runner goes. The ball is put into play. It's a dribbler down here to the shortstop Singer. Overhand toss to the bag will get it done. As Noah Boughton is erased. That was 86 miles an hour. That's not big-time velocity, but the location is right on the money, right on the fists. No runs, one hit, and the man stranded. We're through one. Saturday Night Baseball from Remax Field. Middle three of the order due up here in the top of two. We've got it going here with Ian Riley, the first baseman, the third baseman, Chris Brown, and Seth Stroh, the designated hitter. They're against hard thrower K.J. Ward, 6'6". He's dumped a lot of weight over the offseason. I'd say he's right in there, right about 220 pounds. And for a 6'6" guy, that's pretty much ideal. Doesn't work from a windup, rocks out of the set position, and a ground ball, a hard hit. And that is a fair ball at first base. And pulling on into second base is Ian Riley. He makes the turn, finds another gear. On his way towards third. The ball is cut by Boughton and not relayed. Looked to me that was fair of the chalk line.
I thought that ball was foul when it went over the bag, but the one thing I saw, the umpire didn't make the call until the first base coach was saying it was fair and pointing his arm in. It's interesting. No matter what, that's the call. It is a triple. And I know Coach Lamperman, they're going to have a conference because he saw what I saw. That ball did not cross the bag. The first base coach from the Cowlitz Bears looked like he influenced the umpire.
Well, the umpire had better not pay any attention to the first base coach.
He shouldn't be.
Nothing to do with anything.
He was pointing his arm across, and it was only after that he came up and said it was fair.
First bounce past the bag has got to be in fair territory, or it's not a fair ball. Now they're going to hold the call. It'll be a leadoff triple for Ian Riley. They'll surrender the run on a ground ball out. They're not going to play the infield up, and I wouldn't think you would in the second inning of a ball game. That's usually a late inning play. Chris Brown is the batter, hitting .228, 23 ball games, 79 at bats, 12 runs, 18 hits, 8 runs batted in, slugging percentage of .278.
This early in the game, Al, they're not going to try to cut off the run at home. They're going to try to, let's hear that. Good hit in the center field.
Line drive up the middle by Chris Brown, gets the run batted in. Ian Riley comes in to score. And it's a 1-0 lead for the Cowlitz Black Bears. Managed by Kelly Stinnett. I first saw Kelly as a player in this ballpark maybe 20-some years ago. He was just a kid coming up. He played in the Coast League at Tucson and at New Orleans in the Houston Astros chain. Seth Stroh is the batter. Comes out of a place called Lawton, Oklahoma. And here comes the pitch. K.J. Ward, 93 miles an hour. He dots the I on the outside black, 0-1. Other games tonight in the league. Springfield is in Yakima. Corvallis and Walla Walla are underway, and it's a scoreless ball game in the bottom of one. The Portland Pickles will be in Bend tonight to play the Elks. And here's the kick in the 0-1 pitch. Hit back to the mound off the glove of K.J. Ward. Here comes Boughton, now back to Ward, and no play anywhere.
It's just one of those freak plays. If he'd let it go, the play was made by Boughton, and it had the runner at first. But that deflection, Ward just couldn't grab it. And that tells you how high it was, Al. KJ's what, 6'6"?
6'6".
And
there'll be an infield hit. Bellingham Bells are in Kamloops tonight at Norbrook Field. Kelowna Falcons are home to the Port Angeles Lefties. And it's the Nanaimo Night Owls against the Wenatchee Apple Sox. 4 teams not playing tonight. 12 teams are playing in the 16-team West Coast League. 79-mile-an-hour spinner, and it's in the zone. Strike one. 1-0 lead for the Black Bears here in the top of 2.
Riverhawks playing for the bunt. Third base and first base playing tight. On this, you want a bunt down the third baseline.
And K.J. Ward throws the ball back to second base with Kelly Coral coming over. Max Ortega is the batter up. Hawks had a 2-0 lead, and things were looking pretty good. 1 out in the 9th inning. Halen Knoll had come in, normally a starting pitcher, but he was on line to maybe record a save, and everything that could go wrong did. Leroy McCollum, to make that, Ian Riley drew a base on ball with one away. And Chris Brown absolutely tattooed a pitch. It hit Halen Knoll right on the backside. Infield hit, so now you got 1 out and 2 men on, and eventually 2 runs would come in to score on a Patrick Stark line single up the middle, and that tied the ball game up at 2. 83-mile-an-hour changeup up in the wheelhouse, swing and a miss. Ortega just swung at one in his eyes. And Carter Monda, the batter. And in the 10th inning, Sam Canton reached base in a leadoff single, stole second. 1 out later, there was a walk issued to McCollum, then a base on ball issued to Riley. And then Chris Brown got hit with a pitch, and that brought in the go-ahead run. And the Hawks went quietly in the last half of the 10th inning. And that, to say the least, was a deflating loss for this young ball club. Edmonton 4-9 in the second half. Cowlitz Black Bears are 9-4. Carter Mondo, .258 batter, 17 ball games under his belt, his 67th at bat as we speak. Ward is ready, and here comes the pitch. Took a little off the offering. It was a strike on the outside corner, right about waist high. 0-1 to Mondo. At a Clark Community College, a Vancouver, Washington ball player, Carter Mondo, right-hand hitter up there. Ward comes to him, and the curveball inside. Runners aboard. Chris Brown at second. Seth Stroh with the 3-cushion billiard infield hit. Brown with the run-scoring single to knock in Raleigh from third base. That's where we sit, a 1-0 ball game. And here comes the pitch. Dribbled foul at third base. Gassed him up there at 93 miles an hour.
The only 2 balls that K.J. Ward has thrown this inning have been both breaking balls inside and just missed. Other than that, he has thrown 8 straight strikes. For the first 2 absolutely tattooed. But he's putting the ball in the zone. That's giving everybody a chance to play and make plays.
Runners go. Here's the pitch down and away. That'll be a double steal. Brown goes to third. Seth Stroh pulls into scoring position. And that'll run the count full to 3-2. When you're going to have a double steal, what you really want ideally, a right-handed batter at the plate, and your lead runner has got to be the faster runner. Why? Because it's a 90-foot throw, not a 146-foot throw to second. Pretty simple mathematics. And the full count pitch fouled away.
And how many times have we seen that where the catcher with a right-handed batter will try to go around and throw and ends up throwing into the outfield? Very tough play to make.
Full count pitch is up and coming from K.J. Ward. Long stride home, and he hits the batter. Carter Mondo gets nailed with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. I'll tell you what, that's going to sting just a little bit.
That hurts. I think that caught him right in the wrist or the arm.
So the bases are loaded with one out. Again, it's Brown at third. Seth Stroh in scoring position after that double steal, and Carter Mondo hit by a pitch.
That one certainly got away from KJ.
I don't know if they have it, but back in our AAA days, the trainer would always have an aerosol can. It was kind of a deadening agent that would take the sting out.
You know where else they use that? That's freezing stuff. They use that for snake bites. But it stops They use that for snake bites because it closes off the capillaries, and it works really well. But that freezes you right away out. Takes the pain right out of it.
Well, it appears that Mondo is okay, and he'll advance down to first base. That'll bring us up to the 9-hole batter, Lopez. Eli Lopez, 211 hitter, 19 ball games, 57 at-bats, 12 runs. 14 runs will make that on 12 hits. Got 6 runs batted in, 2 stolen bases. Not a lot of home run power in either lineup tonight between the two teams. A grand total of 4 big fly balls. And the batter is Eli Lopez. Now they'll play the infield in. And K.J. Ward's pitch. 80-mile-an-hour curveball, sharp breaking curveball. He snapped that one off real nice. Strike one on the batter. The Black Bears are in the South Division hunt, no doubt. They're half a game behind the Hawks' last opponent. The Bears have won their last 4 series, and it has been pitching. That is the strength of their ball club. You look at any of the good clubs in this league, and it's pitching, 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 and pitching. And the strike one delivery turned the ball over, and he missed at the knee.
Just missed the outside corner.
Corvallis Knights at 11-2. They've opened up a 2-game lead on the Cowlitz Black Bears at 9-4. And when you're chasing a ball club like the Corvallis Knights, good luck. It's like trying to chase a hare. They're just a solid club, 11-2 record. And they've won 10 straight ball games. Cowlitz at 9-4, playing well, 7-3 in their last 10. And then you got the Ridgefield Raptors at 10-5, 2 back, and they're 7 victories against 3 losses in their last 10 contests. Ward is ready with the infield up, and the pitch back to the mound. Ward knocks it down, throws home, and not squeezing it is Libet, and a run will come in to score. They had the right idea. Ward just lost his footing on that hard comeback.
I just couldn't make the play, and so they end up getting a run scored. Like I say, it was a hard-hit ball, but I think it was certainly playable.
So Brown scores. Stroll moves to third. Carter Mondo is in scoring position. Eli Lopez is over at first base. score that as a fielder's choice, run batted in. And the pitch inside. Ball one. One out in the inning. Max Ortega swung, and a 2-strike curveball thrown by Ward. He had the right idea as opposed to going to second, then on to first, maybe getting a double play. But the ball was there on one bounce, and Nico Leibert could not squeeze it. Fly ball to right, should be deep enough. Brad Ott makes the running grab, tagging up and on his way home, and in to score is Seth Stroh, 2 away, and it's a 3-0 lead for the Black Bears. No time at bat, and a run batted in for Sam Canton.
That ball was hit hard, but the line drive right to Brett Ott.
And the batter is A.J. Singer. Bend Elks are 7-6, 4 back. Portland Pickles 6-7, 5 out. And they were right on the hunt the entire first half, the Portland Ball Club, but second half not to their liking. They're under 500, 6-7. Yakima Valley Pippins are 5-8, 6 games back. And an early 3-0 lead here for the Black Bears. Yakima Valley 5-8, 6 out. Walla Walla 4-9, 7 back. And the Springfield Drifters are 3-10. And in the cellar out of the South Division. Pretty good race in the North. Wenatchee Apple Sox are 10-3, 1 game lead on Victoria. Victoria 10-5. Kelowna Falcons are 2 back at 8-5. And the Nanaimo Night Owls are 6-7, 4 games back. 5 out, the Bellingham Bells at 5-8. They had another real good first half, but not so much in half number 2. The Riverhawks are 6 out at 4-9, as are the Port Angeles Lefties. And Kamloops at 2-11, 8 games back. And Kamloops will be in action tonight at Norbrook Field. There you got first and second base, 3 runs in. There's 2 gone in the inning. Here in the top of 2. The pitch from Ward, turned that ball over, a breaking ball down and away. Not in the strike zone, 1-1. Sure, your vehicle performs its best by visiting Jiffy Lube for an oil change today. No appointment necessary, and warranty approved Jiffy Lube, keeping you moving all summer long. And it is a warm summer night here tonight in Edmonton. 86 degrees Fahrenheit. 28 degrees centigrade. Ball's popped up out into short center field. Dan Calabrese draws the beat on this one, makes a running grab. As 8 batters come to the plate in the top of 2, and the Black Bears are up by 3.
1-1 to Evan Overmar. Kyle Etheridge mixing it up. One and two count.
Obviously, Mondo felt the effects of getting hit by a pitch. He's out of the ball game. Pat Stark will bat in his spot. He is now the starting left fielder. Stark in left field. And Evan Overmars is the batter. Here's the left-hander's delivery. Overmars checks a swing and he takes upstairs. That'll even the count up at 2 apiece. Marco Santa and Dan Calabrese due up here in the bottom half of 2. Game 2 of the series. And that ball is given a ride. Overmars just got under the pitch, going back just about to the warning track is Pat Stark. And he makes an over-the-shoulder catch, and there's one away. Just a trace of wind blowing tonight, blowing across the field from left to right field. But not by any means a gale force wind. And Marco Santa is the batter. In the first half, it was the Bellingham Bells holding on to a flag in the North Division. Bellingham finished the half out at 20-7. Ball raised out into right field. Drifting on in is Leatre McCollum. Makes an easy running catch, and there's 2 gone. Calabrese will be the batter. In the South Division, the Ridgefield Raptors finished out on top. 11-8 record, 1 game better than the Portland Pickles, a game and a half up on the Corvallis Knights. And Cowlitz finished 6 games back, so both those clubs are in the playoffs. Calabrese tries to reach base on a drag bunt. He fouled it away, strike 1 to the batter. So that's Stark in left field, Sam Canton in center, Leatre McCollum the right fielder, Singer at short, Lopez at second, Brown at third, Riley at first, and Ortega completes the battery. Calabrese tried to fight off an inside fastball. He's under it and he's late on it. And the second baseman Lopez makes the play, both feet in outfield grass and short right field. And that's it for the Hawks. They're down in order. Smoke rings across here in the bottom of 2. Well, the Black Bears sent 8 batters to the plate in the top of 2 and plated 3 earned runs, and they did it on a collection of 3 hits and a sacrifice fly that knocked in a run. Leatre McCollum bounced out his first time through. This guy's a burner. 20 stolen bases on the year. Played at first base last night. He's out in right field this evening. So KJ Ward goes to work here in the 3rd inning. His fastball is high, 94-mile-an-hour velocity, high of the target. 3 innings through tonight on our Zambelli's Prime Rib Steak and Pizza House Auditorium scoreboard. The Astros and the A's at the Alameda County Coliseum, and there's no score. Ground ball. Coral goes into the hole and snaps off a perfect throw to first base. McCollum is set down, and there's 1 gone. And Ian Riley is the batter. Coral was out of the lineup for about 3 weeks with a hand injury, but you sure notice when he returns how he plugs up the left side.
Well, they've really missed him, and it showed there. Like the biggest part of that, Al, that runner was very fast, and he got rid of that ball immediately, made the play at first.
11-3 score. San Diego Padres in interleague play. They're playing in Detroit tonight, and the Bengals are taking it on the chin, 11-3. I'd say they're kind of a toothless tiger this year. 11 runs, 13 hits, 1 error for the Padres. 3 runs, 7 hits, and no errors for the Tigers at the ballpark in Detroit. 8-5, the Red Sox lead the Mets at Fenway Park in the top of the 9th inning. 8 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for Alex Cora's Red Sox. The Mets 5 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error. Buck Showalter, great field manager, been around a long time managing the New York Mets this season. 2 apiece between the Twins and the White Sox in the bottom half of the 7th. And it's the Brewers up on the Braves, 4-3 score in the top of the 9th inning. 1 out. Ian Riley is the batter. Ward strides home, throws the backdoor curveball, and it just caught the outside corner. 76 miles an hour on that spinner. Pirates and the Angels tonight out at Anaheim Stadium. No score after 2 innings tonight at that great old ballpark on State College Boulevard, not far from Disneyland. The Royals and the Yankees at Yankee Stadium. Final score, the Yankees did win it. 5-2, 5 runs on 8 hits, 2 runs on 7 hits tonight. For the Royals, Peralta the winner. He is 3-1. Hernandez the loser falls to 0-6. So there you go. He's 0-6. Doesn't sound good, but he's got a pretty good ERA, 3.86, which tells me a lot of those losses were not his doing. And the Rockies were winners over the Florida Marlins, 4-3. 4 runs, 6 hits for the Rocks. 3 runs, 9 hits for the Marlins tonight. Updated score, it's a 5-4 Mets victory over the Boston Red Sox at Fenway Park. Here comes the pitch. And off the high end of the bat, it's a pop-up into short left field. Kelly Curl has camped into this. And he'll get a put-out and an assist in this inning, 2 away. And Chris Brown is the batter. Cubs were winners over the Cardinals, 8-6. Palencia the winner, Thompson the loss. And the Dodgers ripped into the Texas Rangers today in Texas, 16-3 final. Miller the winner, and Dunning takes the loss. And the Cleveland Guardians make that the Cincinnati Reds, a 4-2 win over the Arizona Diamondbacks at that beautiful, fairly new ballpark in Cincinnati. Down on the way pitch, ball 1. The Orioles were winners over the Rays, 6-5, and the Blue Jays lost a heartbreaker, 9-8 to the Seattle Mariners. 9 runs, 9 hits for the M's. Campbell the winner. Pearson takes the loss. He'll fall to 5-2. And the Nationals winners over the San Francisco Giants, 10-1. And it was the Cleveland Guardians with a 1-0 victory over the Philadelphia Phillies. So they got some kind of pitching today, did the Guardians. 3 in a row have been set down by K.J. Ward. He's working here with the bases empty and 2 away. And Chris Brown, who got a hold of a hanger out of the plate. He lined a single, stole a bag, and came in to score. His first time along. It's a 2-ball, no-strike count. And Ward's pitch is a breaking ball strike. 78 miles an hour on the deuce. And he gets it over.
We've seen K.J. Ward throw more breaking balls tonight than we have in the past. He's been hitting his fastball fairly good.
And here comes the 2-1 pitch. Late on the fastball. Hits a high fly ball out into the right field gap. On the run back. Leaning over and making the catch is Brett Ott. That was a long run on that ball. It was a lot harder hit than it looked when it left the bat.
Brett Ott showed us his speed on that. That ball was tagged after the warning track. Took the right angle and ticked it right at the edge of the warning track.
Bottom of 3 coming your way. It's Saturday Night Baseball from Max Field.
See that guy? First step out, back around. Oh, don't turn there. There you go, brother. Get a line out. I think there's coming. I think it's a turn. Oh, no. Don't improvise. Turn. Quick turn. There you go. All right. Oh, that's a little too much. I don't think that's in the routine. Let's see old boot scoot and boogie dance. You can watch Donna, you can watch some boot scoot and boogie merchandise down on the concourse. Support all their social programs. Check them out. All right, move around, move forward. More dancing with Donna and the boot and juice. Boot scoot and boogie. Boots and boogie.
Out of the 8th spot of the Edmonton order to get it going here in the home half of 3. And Nico Leibert, the catcher, will be the batter up. We'll have Brett Ott. And then at the front of the order, the left fielder, John McGill. Kyle Ethbridge has faced one batter more than the minimum through the opening 2 innings. He surrendered an infield hit to Tommy Takayoshi. Other than that, he's been tougher than a nickel steak. And the pitch up high, 1 ball, no strike. Brown comes in from third base. Leibert had shown the bunt. 1 ball, no strike to Leibert. Hitting 182 in 18 ball games. And here comes the pitch to Nico. Ground ball wide of third. Brown is up with it. Sidearms across the diamond, and there's 1 away. Third ground ball out, served up here by Ethbridge, which is a pretty good indication he's keeping the ball down. That's how you get ground balls.
Exactly right. Now here's Brett Ott up, who made that great play in right field and the last half of the inning. The young man got excellent speed.
Left-hand hitter up there batting .215. He tries to draw a push bunt into fair territory, and it's foul. Strike 1 here to Brett Ott. West Coast League leaders in several categories. Still leading the way and batting, it's Hudson Shoup of Victoria. Slow ground ball to the right. Lopez to his left, gathers it in. And his throw is right on the money. There's 2 gone. That's 4 ground ball outs. Just about the entire season, Hudson Shoup was a better than a .400 hitter. Now his batting average has slipped just a little bit, if you can call hitting .394 slipping. Hitting .400 is a pretty tall order in any league. Ben Parker of Walla Walla hitting .385, and Roberto Nunez of the Port Angeles Lefties. We'll see him later in the season. He's got a real respectable .368 batting average. Sinker ball down and in. Run batted in category, it's Tyler Davis of Victoria. He's got 40. Jack Metcho of Portland's got 39. Jake Phelan of the Yakima Valley Ball Club has got 35. Strikeout leader, of course, is Halen Knoll of Edmonton, 41. Drew Stanton of Port Angeles has got 40. A couple of ball players tied with 39 Ks. And the pitch, opposite field fly ball. That's a routine fly ball. Room service, didn't have to move, was Pat Stark, and he's there to make the catch, and that will retire the side as the Hawks go quietly. Here in the last of 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Ensure your vehicle is road trip ready by visiting your neighborhood Jiffy Lube today. Earn a $25 gift card with a fully synthetic oil change. Jiffy Lube, keeping you moving no matter where you're headed this summer.
Well, we've got an elaborate setup happening down in front of the Cowlitz ball dugout. We got the Remax at the house. And this one, we're putting on all the stops for country night right now. There's going to be some hobby horse action. We see some people getting ready. We look like we've got an obstacle course.
We have an equestrian treat for you here, Ray. At the Remax at the house, we've got a little bit of a horsey race going on. They're going to ride these horses over this first steeple, around the water hazard, then back over the steeple, back to me for a t-shirt, jersey, and a hat. Are you guys ready? Oh, you're going there and coming back. Three, are your horses ready? Start your horses. Not hold your horses. 3, 2, 1, race! Oh, they're going over the steeple. Oh, nice. Good horsey riding. Also, they're riding quarter horses. Oh, I think one's come up late. I may have to get that.
This is the home stretch now, though, and down the stretch they come.
KJ Ward has set down the last 4 batters he has faced. Actually, the last 5 if you include a sacrifice fly. So that's 3 fly balls, a pop up and a ground out, no strikeouts here for KJ Ward. He's got 1 K on the night. Seth Stroh, the designated hitter, the leadoff batter. Ball game is at the 50-minute mark. Here in the top half of the 4th inning, a beautiful, beautiful Saturday night here in Edmonton. Pitch on the hands, flared foul off the left side, not a play. Strike 1 to the batter.
Now, we've had unbelievable weather in this homestand, and it's sure showing with the crowds we're drawing.
And here's the kick, and then 0-1 pitch. 92 miles an hour. It's a little bit of movement on it and on the hands of the batter. Stroh reached base on an infield hit, stole a bag, came around to score in that 8-batter up, 3 runs, 2nd inning that has the Cowlitz Black Bears in the lead. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors tonight for Cowlitz. Curveball swing and a miss. He had a time to reload and take another rip at that pitch. Curveball at 81 miles an hour. Strikeout 2 for KJ Ward. Very simply, KJ threw a pitch that Stroh wasn't looking for. And Max Ortega, the catcher, will be the batter. And here's the pitch to Ortega, down and away, 1 ball, no strike. You got a Cal State Fullerton, a sophomore, Stockton, California, 5'11", 205-pounder. They had a California League team in Stockton forever. They're called the Ports, Stockton Ports. I don't know if they have a team at all anymore. And the pitch is in there for a strike. We go to 1-1. I do believe that's down in the San Joaquin Valley. Fully back on the middle infield. They're drawn back, fanned apart at 3rd and 1st. The outfield around to the right, and the ball popped up. Didn't catch up to the fastball, fouled it away.
Well, you talk about that San Joaquin Valley. Boy, a lot of vegetables growing there.
A lot of ball players, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And here's the 1-2 delivery. Ward is down and away. Pitch in there at 86 miles an hour. Spin rate of 1.715. Matinee contest tomorrow to wrap up the homestand at 1:05. We'll have the play-by-play account of that ball game right about 1:05 tomorrow. And Monday is off, and then the Riverhawks saddle up and head to Port Angeles, Washington. Then across a portion of the state into Wenatchee to play the Apple Sox. There's a ball that's fisted out into short left field. Max Ortega powered that ball out there. That was right in on his hands, and he loops a line drive into left field for a knock.
Yeah,
5th hit of the night.
Very good at bat. That was not a bad pitch. It was, like you say, in on the hands, but he really got around on it. Got enough on that bat handle to get it over at Kelly Coral.
And Pat Stark will be the batter up. Batting in the spot previously occupied by Carter Mondo. He got hit in the wrist with a plus 90-mile-an-hour fastball. He might get x-rays. Who knows? 1 out, 1 on. Here comes the pitch. And a curveball. Overhand curve thrown by KJ Ward. And it's a strike. 0-1 to Stark. Out of El Camino College, Redondo Beach, California, 6'3", 190-pounder. As KJ Ward steps off and there's a throw down to first base. The infield tonight of Asana at first. Overmar is at 3rd. Coral to shortstop. Boughton at 2nd base. Nico Leibert completes the battery. On the picket line tonight, John McGill, Dan Calabrese, and Brett Ott left through right. And the pitch on the hands popped up. Back at first base, and reaching back is Marco Santa. And he does make the catch, but he didn't make it look easy because it wasn't.
Marco Sano seems to do something every game that is, if not spectacular, close to it. He makes tough plays look easy and some easier plays look tough, but he makes the plays.
And Eli Lopez, 0 for 1 tonight with a run batted in, will be the hitter. Earned run average leader right now in the West Coast League is Riley Barrett of Edmonton, who really threw a gem last night. So his ERA is down at 1.83. So you've got Halen Knoll leading the league in strikeouts, and Barrett with the best earned run average. And you've got Helen also leading the league in innings pitched at 59. Barrett is right on his heels at 44 in the third. Whatever the woes of this ball club is, it hasn't been with the starting pitching for the most part.
No, they've been pretty good all season. And, you know, every starting pitcher is going to have a rough game. But in overall, they've pitched very well. And for a while, the team was batting very well, but they've really gone cold lately. And that makes it tough to win games if you're not getting hits and scoring runs.
You are correct about that. And the pitch is inside, leaving the count up at 1-1 strike. KJ with a straight changeup in there at 77 miles an hour. Leans over the back slope of the mound, takes a tug on a rock rosin bag. And here's the 1-1 pitch. Check swing, appeal to first base. The umpire first, Matt Beaudry, hands it aside, indicates no swing, ball 2. The Hawks are batting .248 as a team. The team earned run average at 4.39. And a curveball, slow deuce in their first strike. Team batting average for the Cowlitz Black Bears at .242. And an ERA, pretty good, down under 4, way under 4, at 3.23. This level of baseball, that's a really good earned run average. And here comes the pitch. Slow ground ball here to Kelly Coral. He's up with it. Sidearms to the target. Osana digs it out of the dirt, and that'll do it. 3.5 through, and a 3-0 lead for the Cowlitz Bears. Kyle Etheridge has faced one batter more than the minimum through the opening 3 innings. And that was a scratch single by Tommy Takeyoshi with 2 out in the first. So Etheridge has put up the zeros real nice through the opening 3. Kelly Coral is the batter. Pops it up in back of home plate. Discarding the face mask and making the catch is Ortega. And Kelly is erased. Pop up to the catcher, 1 away. And Takeyoshi is the batter. Some of the Riverhawk leaders, John McGill leading the way at the plate, 328 batting average. Skylar Chang hitting 323, and Tommy Takeyoshi, the batter up now, with a solid 314 batting average. He'll stand in with 1 away, bases empty, fully back on the infield. On a check swing, the ball's fouled away. Dan Calabrese with 19 runs batted in. Takeyoshi's got 15. John McGill leads the way in the RBI category. He's got 19 runs batted in on the year. Here's the kick of the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball is in there for a strike. mentioned that Riley Barrett is up in the league leaders in pitching categories. There's a ball fouled off first base. On over to get it is Riley. He found the ball, he ran to the ball, and he makes a nice over-the-shoulder catch.
Really good break by Ian Riley on that play, and got under it well. Caught her right on the warning track.
Barrett last night certainly deserved better than his fate. He didn't get a win, but he didn't get hung with a loss either, a no decision. 6 inning distance, a shutout baseball, 6 hits, 5 strikeouts. Threw ahead in the count all night, did not walk a batter. 9 straight have been set down by Etheridge as the left-hander comes set and delivers. Tosses a spinner in there that misses down and away. 1 ball, no strike here to Noah Boughton, who bounced out his first time through. And here's the 1-0 pitch. Fastball upstairs. Brings it up to 2 balls and no strikes. 86 miles an hour and that last fastball. That's about as hard as he's thrown all night. Etheridge is in the mid-80s with a breaking ball, and he gets the job done. Pitch fouled away. Etheridge, out of Northwest Nazarene College, a senior out of Alta Loma, California. And here's the 2-1 delivery down and away. Second start on the year for Etheridge. He's got 11 relief appearances, 21 innings, 17 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned, 7 walks, 27 strikeouts, and a 2.57 earned run average. And that'll be a ball here to Noah Boughton, and that ends the string of putouts at 9. With the walk to Noah Boughton, and Evan Overmar is the batter. He just got under a pitch his last time up. He sent one deep to left field. Stark was back to the warning track. He wasn't right to the wall, but to the warning track in deep left field to make a catch. And Overmar's hitting 182, the batter. At a Lewis and Clark Community College, late addition to this ball club. And the pitch foul to the backstop, strike 1.
Overmars is due. He's got very good power. We know he's got pretty good speed.
Marco Sana, the on-deck hitter. A little bit of something going here with 2 away. And the pitch inside. Today is Country Night here at the ballpark, sponsored by 103.9 Kissin' FM radio. As we dust off the boots and the hats for a Country Night of Boot Scoot and Boogie Dance Club. They were out on the field before the game, did a real nice job. As this ball is fisted foul up the right side and out of play. And we'll have a post-game concert with a rising country star by the name of Justin Hogg. H-O-G-G. I hope that's the proper pronunciation.
I believe it is. Sure do a lot at the ballpark, don't they?
That they do. The pitch is down the tube. It's going to be low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tomorrow is Hawks and Hounds with Home Alive's Pets. Beautiful fireworks show last night. They fired those rockets off for I don't know how long, but great crowd on hand to watch it too. Late on the fastball. It's a lazy paw fly into right. And McCollum is there to make the catch, and that will retire the side. And here in the last of 4, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left. 5th inning coming your way, and you're tuned to Saturday Night Baseball from Remax Field.
All right, everybody, it's time for the Booster Juice. Booster of the game. We've got 10 Booster Juices to give away to the best dancing. And we've got the Boot Scoot Boogie Sneakers, a little bit of dancing. So everybody get up. Let's see your moves, and I'm going to give somebody 10. Yeah, the Booster Country I'll get you dancing going. What you got? Hold on. This guy's eager. There we go. Right up here. Yeah, the team. Let's see what's going on. All right, yeah. Here we go.
Sam Canton, the leadoff batter. Top of the order here in the top of the fifth. He's got an infield hit and a sacrifice fly tonight. 1 for 1 with a run batted in. A.J. Singer and Lee Trey McCollum. Two up here for the Black Bears. Seasonal series is now tied at 2 wins apiece. Edmonton took 2 out of 3 in early June down in Cowlitz. And a 3-2 win for the Black Bears last night. It was looking pretty good for a while, but just was not to be. 2-run score in the 9th to tie it. And the go-ahead run turned out to be the winning run scores in the 10th inning. And the pitch is down and away. 2 balls, no strikes. We've got a right-hander up and getting loose in the Edmonton relief pen. Canton, Singer, and McCollum. 1, 2, 3 in the order here for the Bears. And the 2-0 delivery. Strike in the outside corner.
This right-hander Tyson Kilbreth warming up in the bullpen for the Riverhawks.
Take that second inning out of the equation, and KJ's thrown a pretty nice ball game, but a leadoff triple, that's hard to not allow a run like that to come in to score. That ball was an opposite field, 3-base hit to right. Here's a ball hit into right field. That should be caught, and it is. Brett Ott drifts back just a couple of paces, 1 away on that line drive out. And A.J. Singer will be the batter, hitting .248 in 33 ball games. 125 at-bats coming into the game tonight, 19 hits. Got 1 home run, 19 RBIs, a pair of bags, a .336 slugging percentage, and a .358 on-base percentage. Singer is 0 for 2 tonight. He's hit the ball in the air twice, once to right, once to center. And K.J. Ward with a changeup at 76 miles an hour in for a strike. 0-1 here to A.J. Lee Trey McCollum on deck. We're on country music
Ward
now
has
at the
thrown
park.
70 pitches already, and I'm sure that's why they got Kilbreth warming up.
Fastball misses high on in. Nico Labbat couldn't squeeze it cleanly. Evens the count up and a ball on the strike. Ballpark in Edmonton, it's got to be just about the biggest in this brand of baseball anywhere that the game is played in Woodbat College Summer League Baseball. 420 straight away center. It's in another time zone. Long down the line and left at 340. Not particularly short down the line and right at 320. And then at right, the outfield wall really falls off in the gap. And here's the kick in the 1-1 pitch. Curveball backed up a little bit from K.J. Ward and it's straightened out. Ball 2. Fully back on the middle infield. They're going to be about midway at first and third. Ground ball to the left side. Overmars onto his left, gathers it in, throws a strike to the bag, and there's 2 away. And Lee Trey McCollum, the hitter. Well, we're better than 1 season into this ballpark, barreling in on 2, and I have yet to see a bat hop. McCollum is 0 for 2 tonight. He's twice bounced out to the shortstop, Kelly Coral. Coral is deep at the shortstop position, right where you would normally stand, not anywhere close to the hole, more towards second. And the pitch is a strike to McCollum. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. Turned the ball over, down and away. Guy managed here 1 year at AAA, was for a while. It's about as good a shortstop as you get in the National League. Started with the Cardinals. He went to the Padres, straight across for the Wizard of Oz. Gary Templeton, switch hitting shortstop, and he was a good one. Tempe lives just north of San Diego as the pitch is upstairs. Swing and a miss. Threw in the old high hard one, 1-2.
He sure did, up in the zone and 92 miles an hour. Now, this is the thing, Al. It seems to me like KJ's best pitch today has been that good overhand breaking ball. That mid-70s to high 70s. His slider, he's having some problems with it. And his fastball isn't as accurate tonight.
He dropped another overhand curveball into the zone. He thought maybe he'd have a strikeout. The plate umpire, Tyler Bourne, did not agree. We're at 2-2. 4 in a row have been set down by K.J. Ward. Big 6'6" right-handed fireballer, and here's the pitch. He threw him a fastball at 91 miles an hour. Right on the hands, popped up by the coaching box off first base. Osana is there to grab it, and that'll do it here in the top half of the 5th inning. Zeros over the line totals, 4.5 innings in the books, and a 3-0 Cowlitz Black Bear lead.
Edmonton Riverhawks cricket team. So, you know what? We have an MVP taking pictures. You go to the website right afterwards. Check it out. But right now, we got a little modeling show for you. Remember the catwalk here, the hot walk catwalk. So let's see where our first models are. Oh, here we go. Yeah, there's that is a strut deluxe right there. That's our first model, waiting for prize. Now, look at that. That's all attitude. But that's it on the elbow swing. He's wearing a Garfield t-shirt. That's almost, that's the same rock, only slower. All right, I like that one. And, what do we have here? Oh, boy. That's country night. Look at that swagger. What do we got there? It's going to Ballpark Frank. Oh, Sheriff Ballpark Frank. Nice. What the deal? I'm rooting and the tooting for sure right here. Another inning for the Dallas ball. Number 28, Marcos on.
Etheridge throws a fastball in on the fist, 85 miles an hour, but good location. Ball is rolled over and is fouled by Mark Osana. Last half of the 5th inning, Osana, Calabrese, and Libid are the batters due up. Ball game is about the 1 hour and 10-minute mark. One thing I have noticed about these games in the West Coast League, John, there's a bouncing ball here to the shortstop Singer. Gathers it in, makes the transfer, and the toss onto the bag. Games seem to go maybe just a little quicker than the old Western Canada League.
They do. A little crisper on their plays, a little crisper on the throws. It's another level of baseball, no question.
Dan Calabrese popped up his opening time through. Etheridge draws a beat on the target. The left-hander kicks and fires. He turned the ball over, kind of like a screwball. It wasn't a screwjee, but it does the same thing, runs away to a right-handed batsman. And it's a 1-ball, no strike count. Both bullpens with activity now, and there's a ball up the middle. And Dan Calabrese stayed with the pitch, didn't try to do too much with it, and he hits a bouncing single up the middle. And Nico Libid, the batter. Ground out his opening time through. Jose Schuler now heating up in the Cowlitz bullpen up the right field line. A right-hander up and throwing for the Riverhawks as we speak. In the left field bullpen. And the pitch upstairs, 1 ball and no strikes. 2 hits in the ball game. Takayoshi with an infield hit in the 2nd inning. Here's Dan Calabrese with the base hit with the 1 away. Takes a short lead off at first base. In the defensive replacement for the Cowlitz Ball Club, Pat Stark, laying in left field. Replacing Carter Mondo, who got hit with a pitch. Calabrese steals second. Throw will roll into center field, and Dan pulls into third base. There's a stolen base in the throwing error, and the Riverhawk fans have a little something to root for.
He really kept his head up, Danny Calabrese did on that, and as soon as that ball was going out to center field, he was on his way.
They'll surrender the run on the ground ball if it's hit up the middle. The middle infielders of Singer and Lopez are drawn fully back. Riley is just inside midway at first base. Brown is midway at third base. Riley midway at first. And Nico Leibert swung at a pitch out of the strike zone, goes to 1-2. On deck batter is Brad Ott. We're working out of the 8th spot in the Edmonton order. And catcher Nico Leibert. And he'll take inside. We'll go to 2 balls and 2 strikes. And here comes the pitch from the left-hander Etheridge. A fastball foul to the backstop. Leibert out of Chula Vista, California, 5'8", 165-pounder. Heads the University of San Diego. And the pitch. Ground ball left side. Fielded at third base. The throw will be across the diamond. And on in to score is Calabrese. 5-3 on the putout, and the run batted in for Nico Leibert.
Good job by Calabrese. When that ball came off the bat, he was flying home. The third baseman would have had trouble getting the ball to the catcher from the position he was in, so he took the easy out, went to third.
That is the proper play. Where he fielded the ball, the runner from third, Calabrese, was right in his way. So if he's going to make a throw, he's going to have to flare it over one of the shoulders of the base runner, and that's not easy to do.
It really isn't, and just smart play.
And Brad Ott looks at a down and away pitch, go to 2 balls and no strikes. That run for the moment is unearned. A base hit will make it earned.
You know, Al, we saw some excellent plays out of Chris Brown at shortstop last night. He's doing the same thing at third base today.
He just blew a fastball by the batter, that at 85 miles an hour, which is right about where Etheridge is. He's a mid-80 fastball pitcher. Count of 2 balls and 1 strike to Ott. Down and away, go to ball 3. It was a 1-out single by Calabrese. He stole second on the same play. Ortega's throw was by Lopez, the second baseman, into center field. There's a ball belted out into left field, opposite field fly ball. Drifting back is Pat Stark, and he'll make the catch. And that will retire the side, and that run is unearned. 1 hit, 1 error. And nobody left on base. It's a 2-run ball game heading to the 6th inning. Final totals for K.J. Ward tonight, 5-inning distance. He coughs up 3 earned runs, 5 hits, 2 strikeouts, did not walk a batter, and hit one batter. And Tyson Kilbreath, a Calgary ball player, will come in to pitch. Kilbreath with 3 relief appearances on the year, 5 innings, 1 hit, 1 run. It's not an earned run. 4 walks, 4 strikeouts. Has yet to give up an earned run. No record. And an ERA where you like to see it, 0.00. And it'll be the middle 3 of the order due up here in the Cowlitz 6th. Riley, Brown, and Stroh.
Al KJ Ward threw 78 pitches in his 5 innings and 49 for strikes.
And here comes the pitch. Strike in the outside corner, 83 miles an hour right on the block. Nothing in 1 here to Riley. 1 for 2-9 with a run scored. Pulled a triple up the right field line. That's the first time through. And he takes outside. That'll leave the count up with a ball and a strike. Activity continues in the Cowlitz bullpen. Got a big, tall right-hander up and throwing. 1-1 here to Riley. Outfielders around to the right. Fastball is high. Here from Kilbreath. Ball 2, strike 1. And the 2-1 delivery misses high. Ball 3. Calling the balls and strikes tonight, it's Tyler Bourne, Matt Beaudry at first base. Sean Witherall is the umpire working at third. Wind up and the 3-1 delivery hit back towards the mound. Fielded here by Kilbreath. Underhands to the bag, and you got 1 away. And Chris Brown is the batter. Zambelli's Prime Rib Steak and Pizza House presents our nightly out-of-town scoreboard. A look at the major leagues and the West Coast League. And open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 o'clock in the morning. And sink your teeth into that Alberta AAA grain-fed prime rib with Yorkshire pudding and all the trimmings. Final today, it was the Mets over the Red Sox, 5-4. Hartwig the winner. Crawford took the loss. Cardinals were losers today to the Cubs in Chicago, 8-6. Valencia, the winner, goes to 2-0. Thompson, the loser, he'll fall to 2 victories against 3 losses. Wind up and the pitch, and that's down and away. The Dodgers ripped into the Texas Rangers today at the ballpark in Arlington, 16-3. The Dodgers with another great year going, 57-40. 16 runs on an 18-hit attack today. Big high one-hopper, a Baltimore chop wide of third. Throw was low, and Osana digs it out of the dirt. Overmars with a low throw, but he did the stretch like the scissor, and he picked that ball on one bounce to preserve the putout and keep an error away from Overmars.
And Mark Osana makes that play look so easy. And off this turf, that ball doesn't bounce normally. You don't get a good high hop off it. That skips. Just played that beautifully.
And the Cincinnati Reds were winners over the Arizona Diamondbacks today, 4-2 final. 4 runs on 6 hits. The Orioles nipped the Tampa Bay Rays in Tampa Bay. 6-5 was the final score in the American League. And the pitch, fly ball, left field. And John McGill on the run back, puts on the brakes, squares off on the ball. That ball hit about 310 feet to left field for a long fly ball out. That'll do it. Nicely done by Kilbreath here in the top half of the 6th inning. Bottom of 6 coming your way. It's Saturday Night Baseball from Remax Field.
Really? Really? Do you get, what if you're like one of the first 100 lot of charities like the Lead Society, Zoe, Dog Twins, Dogtopia. So yeah, and guess what? Chevy is Joe McIntyre throwing out the first pitch. You heard that is, I shouldn't have announced it. Probably going to oversell it now, but it's going to be tomorrow, an afternoon game. Tomorrow, 1 p.m. 1 p.m. This place, yeah, goes to the Dogs. Thanks, Maggie.
Final totals tonight for the starting pitcher, Kyle Lethbridge. 5-inning distance out of the starting blocks, 1 unearned run on 2 hits, 1 strikeout and 1 walk. And Jace Schuller in the pitch. Big right-hander, 6'3", 205-pounder. Out of Kelso, Washington, is a junior, and he attends Lower Columbia College. And Schuller in the pitch, and he'll go to work on John McGill at the top of the order. Schuller makes his 12th relief appearance on the year, 17 innings, 14 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned runs, 9 walks, 14 strikeouts. Got a 1-0 record and a save, and a microscopic earned run average of 1.05. So it's McGill, a left-handed batter, Curl, a right-handed hitter, and Takayoshi, a switch hitter who will bat left-handed, here against Jace Schuller, J-A-S-E is the spelling. Gill tonight is 0 for 2. He has struck out and flied out. Play the middle infield fully back. Brown and Riley on the corners at about midway. The outfield is straight away. And here's the kick of the pitch. Back to the mound. Pitcher didn't make a fielding play. Lopez over to grab it, and the throw to the bag is just in time. 4-3 on the putout. Schuller missed the ball. That was right over the rubber. It was a comebacker. He didn't get it, but Lopez did, showing nice range. Onto his right, and he threw a strike to the bag, 1 pitch and 1 away. And Kelly Coral is the batter. West Coast League is batting .230 of Jace Schuller. And the pitch. Off-speed delivery. It's a 72-mile-an-hour breaking ball in the strike zone, 0-1. The wind-up, big high leg kick from the right-hander. Laid on the swing was Curl, and it's popped up in the infield skin to the right side. Lopez there to grab it. And you got 2 away. And Takayoshi will be the hitter. Pop up and a ground ball out. Just how many pitches into this inning has he got 2 away? How many pitches has he thrown? Yeah. 3 pitches in and 2 away. And here's the pitch to Takayoshi. Drops down a bunt, a real nice push bunt. There's a barehanded pick, and the throw to the bag is in time. Brown to Riley. Major league caliber defensive play by Brown. He had no choice but make a barehanded pick, and he did, and he made a good one. Transferred the ball from his palm to his fingers and threw a strike to the base.
Chris Brown is an impressive young ball player out. Seen it 2 nights in a row.
0 is over in the last half of the 6th inning. A 2-run ball game. The Cowlitz Bears in the lead. Tyson Kilbreth with a 3-up, 3-down sixth inning under the strength of 2 ground balls and a lazy fly ball. And Max Ortega on a 1-for-2 now to lead things off. Here for the Bears, wearing a bright orange top tonight, black trim, gray trousers. And here comes the pitch. Sotomov, little dribbler down to short. Coral is up with it, onto the bag, 1 pitch, and there's 1 away. Here's my example now, 76 miles an hour. That's a changeup to KJ Ward, but the location of it was so good, right in on the hands. He did not throw that pitch fast.
Absolutely, Alan. There's nothing he could do. I mean, he hit that ball as hard as he can off that handle, and Kelly Coral had a pretty easy play on it.
And here comes the pitch inside for ball 1 here on Kissin' Country Music Night. And we'll have a concert after the game has been completed. A young rising country star by the name of Justin Hogg. He sang the anthems tonight. Got a nice voice. And the pitch is high. 2 balls, no strikes here to Pat Stark. Gilbreth with the pitch. It's a foul tip in the batter's box. Eli Lopez also due up in the inning. The 1 hour and 34-minute mark here in the top of 7. Matinee game tomorrow to wrap up the homestand and the series. Black Bears will return home. They'll have a couple of days off, and then we'll renew play in the West Coast League. Really good record this year for Cowlitz, 21-18. Hawks at 11-29. And here's the 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. By my rough calculations, I think the Hawks are about 5-6 players away from having a good competitive team. Some things they do very well.
Yeah.
And the pitch is down and away. What they are going to do this upcoming offseason is their recruitments are going to start a whole lot earlier. Players are being recruited by summer wood-bat teams in August.
That's right. When the universities go in, when fall baseball starts, that is when the recruiting happens.
Stark draws a base on ball, so you got 1 out and 1 on. But with the contraction of the lower minors in professional baseball, these wood-bat leagues have picked up the slack, and there's competition for players. It just is. Eli Lopez is the batter. That ends the string of push-outs, put-outs initiated by this young Calgary right-hander at 4 with that walk to Pat Stark. Now an old batter, Eli Lopez, looks at a strike. Fastball at 85 miles an hour. Middle infield plays fully back at third base. Over Mars is about midway. And the outfield is pretty much straight away. Brad Ott plays a little bit more towards the foul chalk out and right. On this beautiful, beautiful Saturday night here in Edmonton. 86 degrees opening temperature at start time. There's a throw to second. That's 1. Throw to first. That's 2. Over Mars to Boughton and onto Osana. Throw was not absolutely vintage, but Boughton was able to catch the ball and keep his foot firmly on the bag and make a relay to first for the around the horn double play.
Al, that is the toughest play in the world to make at the angle that Boughton come across, make that play, make that throw. Just an excellent play.
Smoke rings across in the top of 7. Saturday night baseball from right here at Remax Field. Come in for your fully synthetic oil change today and earn a $25 gift card. Visit JiffyLubeService.ca to find a neighborhood Jiffy Lube, one that's near you. Anywhere within the sound of my voice on the worldwide internet, there's very likely a Jiffy Lube oil change location near you. So Noah Boughton on an 0-for-1 night. Get things going here in the last of the 7th inning. Takes a cut at the pitch. It was a fastball strike at 85 miles an hour, and he fouled it away, 0-1.
Boughton, who made that good play at second base, and the throw over to first and the last half of the inning.
And here's the 0-1 pitch. That misses low.
Hell, we have an attendance figure 3,889.
And here's a 1-1 delivery. Thrown by Jace Schuler. In relief of the starter tonight, Kyle Lethbridge, a left-hander, went 5 innings. He allowed 1 unearned run on a pair of hits, 1 strikeout, 1 walk, pitched ahead in the count all night. Did a nice job. Right-hander draws a beat on the target. He kicks that left leg up there, and the pitch is fouled away. Evan Overmars and Mark Osana go up here in the last half of the 7th inning. And the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball. He just about snared that one out of the catcher's mitt and fouls it away.
About to just keep working the count. As long as you keep fouling them off, you got a chance.
Well, Blair out of Dallas, Texas. I always loved Dallas. Great city. And here's the kick and the 1-2 pitch, high and away. Before the Texas Rangers arrived, and that was in the early 70s, Dallas actually had 2 AAA clubs. They had a club that was in the American Association, that was in Dallas, and they had the Fort Worth Ball Club that was in the Pacific Coast League. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. That ball is fair at first base, fielded by Riley. He'll come to the bag and get the unassisted put out to 1 gone here in the inning.
Good play by Riley. He got over there real well, got low. Not an easy play to make.
Overmar tonight, 2 fly ball outs, 1 to left, 1 to right. Jade Meek is hitting up in the bullpen, a left-hander. For the Black Bears. And here's the pitch. Fastball down the dish for a strike. 0-1 here to Overmars. Lewis and Clark Community College. Joined the ball club in the last road trip down in British Columbia. And here's the 0-1 to Overmars. Right down the middle for a strike. Not a real hard pitch, 72 miles an hour, but in the strike zone. Pitcher is ready to go. Here comes the pitch. That's a slider, and he did not intend to throw that for a strike. Backed up on him a little bit, threw it high. Schuler is going to rock on the rubber, and the pitch is a breaking ball, bounced to third base. Brown is there to grab it. Sidearms across the diamond, right on target, right on the money that throw. 5-3 put out, 2 away. And Mark Osana will be the hitter.
3,889. Riverhawks, thank you. Now batting, the first base, number 28, Mark Osana.
0 for 2 tonight for Osana. A ground ball and a fly ball. You can make it another fly ball. Lazy pop fly into short left field. Pat Stark is going to run in and under that, and that will retire the side as Jay Schuler cruises through the last half of the 7th inning. Smoke rings across, and we'll move on to the 8th inning. Saturday Night Baseball from right here at Remax Field. Third inning of relief now for Tyson Kilbreath. He's done a nice job tonight. He's faced a minimum of 6 batters. Change-up pulled foul at first base, strike 1. He walked Pat Stark in the 7th. And then a nice ground ball double play. Erased Stark at second base. Lopez was out at first. And the pitch inside. Count leaving up at 1 ball, 1 strike. In the assembled multitude tonight, 3,889 in the ballpark. On Country Music Night, we'll have a concert at the ball game's conclusion. Swing and a foul coming back, 1-2 here to Canton. Then's Gonzaga University out of Port Orchard, Washington. Left-handed batter. Pulls the ball to the right side. Osana is up with it, feeds to the bag. Nicely done. Osana, who for the most part of his career has been a catcher, but he's right at home at first base.
He sure is. He's made some wonderful plays there over the season, and it's certainly the place for him.
Now we'll go to A.J. Singer. 0 for 3 night. Zambelli's Prime Rib Steak and Pizza House presents our look at the out-of-town scoreboard tonight. This time around, we'll concentrate on the 12 games that are being played today, or the 12 teams that are playing today. In the league, Yakima Valley leads Springfield 3-1, and they're playing the bottom half of the 5th inning down at Yakima, Washington tonight. Breaking ball down and away. Kelowna Falcons have things well in hand on the Port Angeles Lefties. 7-0 score in the bottom of 6. 8 apiece, Corvallis Knights and Walla Walla. That's playing the bottom half of the 10th inning. And here's the 2-0 toss down the middle for a strike. The Nanaimo Night Owls lead Wenatchee 5-4 in the bottom of 3. And the Bellingham Bells are up by a run on the Kamloops North Paws at Norbrook Field in Kamloops tonight. 4-3 score playing the 4th inning. Portland Pickles at the Bend Elks, 2 apiece in the 5th. Here, of course, in Edmonton, it's the Cowlitz Black Bears with a lead of 2, 3-1 ball game over the Riverhawks. Tyson Kilbreath works out of a full windup, kicks that left leg up, plants and delivers. And a slow ground ball is foul of the chalk at third base. Singer tonight, 2 fly ball outs and a ground ball out. Right-handed batsman up there. And Kilbreath's pitch is a call, 3rd strike. Breaking ball got him on the outside block. Good pitch. Strikeout number 1 for Kilbreath tonight.
You can't get a better pitch than that, Al. Right on the edge of the plate, down low. Tough pitch to hit.
Lee Trey McCollum is the batter. KJ Ward's totals again tonight. 5 inning distance, 3 earned runs on 5 hits, 2 strikeouts. Didn't walk a batter. And the runs came in bunches. 8 batters up to the plate in the 8th inning. 3 runs came in to score. Ian Raleigh with a leadoff triple. Chris Brown followed that with a base hit. And a run batted in. Then you had a double steal. And Seth Stroh with a infield hit. And a fielder's choice RBI by Eli Lopez, and then Sam Canton with a sacrifice fly to account for the runs. 2 out here in the top of the 8th inning. Here's the 1-1 delivery. 79-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch is going to miss down and in. Ball 2, strike 1 to Lee Troy McCollum. 20 stolen bases on the year. There's a guy you want to keep off the base paths. And the 2-1 pitch, hit off the head of the bat, down the line and right. Well hit ball. That ball is going to be a fair ball. Just stayed fair of the chalk. Ott's going to play the carom off the wall. He'll miss the cutoff man, but that'll be a double. With 2 away, and McCollum is aboard. I thought for a second that might be a foul ball, but it just stayed fair. He hit it hard enough that it didn't slice.
I thought for sure that was going foul, but that's the way it goes sometimes. It just stayed in, and it's just like that first triple, Al. It was had to be just all over the bag.
First baseman Ian Riley. Front foot slightly open, big knee bend, works back in the box. And here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. 77 mile an hour straight changeup. Threw it in the strike zone, and Riley is down on the count, 0-1. And here's the 0-1 delivery inside here from Tyson Kilbreth. Yet to give up an earned run all season. Hasn't been here that long, but still an ERA is 0.00. And he's pitching here with 2 out in the 8th inning. All game at the 1 hour and 50-minute mark here in the top of 8th. And Kilbreth misses inside.
The last 2 pitches, Al, he's overthrowing. He's just coming across his body too quickly and changing his release point.
Here comes the 2-1 delivery. Pulled the trigger on that pitch, and he hits it fair down the line. That'll be a 2-base hit and a run batted in. Brad Ott plays the carom off the wall, and a stand-up double and a run batted in for Leroy McCollum in to score. Ian Riley as the Black Bears parlay back-to-back doubles into a run.
Really got around on that pitch, pulled it right down inside the line. Excellent hit.
And Brown on a 1-for-3 night. He's got a stolen base, got a run batted in, he's got a run scored. Ray Brown is going to call time and make his way out to the mound.
Ray Brown coming out to talk with his pitcher, and we have the pitcher warming up in the Riverhawks bullpen.
First inning here tonight out of the bullpen for Kilbreth. He got 2 ground balls and a lazy fly ball. He had a ground ball double play to get him out of the soup in the 7th inning. He also got a ground ball out. He had 2 outs here in the 8th inning before back-to-back doubles have produced the 4th run of the night for the Black Bears.
Right-hander Reese Hemmerling warming up in the bullpen for the Riverhawks.
Fully back up the middle, midway at first and third base. Straightaway outfield, and the first pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. In front of 3,889, the assembled multitude here tonight at beautiful Remax Field for the Saturday night ball game. Matinee game again tomorrow. Get underway at 1:05. There's another ball belted out into right field, and that's going to be a base hit. And that'll be a run-scoring single here as Riley crosses the plate. Chris Brown goes the other way, and he hit that one in pretty good order. A long single and a run batted in. And that makes it a 5-1 ball game. And Seth Stroh, the designated hitter, will be the batter. Reached base at an infield hit in the second, stole the bag and came around to score. That's going to do it for Tyson Kilbreth. As Jake Lanferman makes the long walk out to the bullpen, and Reese Hemmerling will come in to pitch. Be right back.
We want to celebrate tonight being the Cowlitz balls here tonight. So we have some balls we're going to throw out. So watch out for Cody, that's up on you. Here we go. Let's pass these balls around, and let's have a ball with the Cowlitz balls.
Oh, we've got young Michael Buchanan. Oh, you're not on yet.
Third pitcher on the night for the Riverhawks is Reese Hemmerling. Makes his fourth relief appearance. 1 2/3 innings, 1 hit, no runs. 1 strikeout, no walks, and an ERA is 0.00. Reese Hemmerling in the pitch. 2 gone, 2 runs in. Chris Brown takes his lead off at first. Seth Stroh, the designated hitter, up there. Tries to check his swing. The pitch was a sinker, and they're at 89 miles an hour by Hemmerling. Out of Beaumont, Alberta, 6 feet, 155 pounder. Attends Barton Community College. Ward, and then Kilbreath, and now Reese Hemmerling into pitch. Here in the top of 8. Pitch is down and away. We're at a ball and a strike. 2 runs have scored. Leroy McCollum and Ian Riley. And they got that going in back-to-back doubles with 2 away. Then Chris Brown followed up with a long single to right. And a run batted in. Ball hit off the head of the bat. Flared foul down the left side, and it's out of play. Max Ortega, the on-deck batter. We'll likely have a pitching change in the bottom of 8. Got a big left-hander heating up in the bullpen for the Cowlitz Black Bears. Mountain playing this guy to pull the ball midway between the bags of first and second. Down and away pitch at 87 miles an hour from Hemmerling. And the pitch. Line drive back up the middle. Right through the box. At second. On his way to third is Brown. He gets a red light from Kelly Stinnett. Retreats back to second base. And a good thing he did. Had he tried to advance, he would have been dead on arrival. So first and second, and Max Ortega on a 1-for-3 night will be the batter. Batting 145 on the season. Hadn't been around all that long. Ortega appearing in his 11th ball game. Has had 55 at-bats going into this one tonight. He's got 3 at-bats tonight. He's batting .333, 1 hit and 3 tries. And here comes the pitch. Hemmerling is down the middle, strike 1. All of this with 2 away. Things were looking pretty good. But 2 runs have come in to score. Good pitch on the fists. There's a fly ball out into right center field with Dan Calabrese shagging this one down, and that will retire the side. 7 men come to the plate, 2-run score on 4 hits, and they were back-to-back hits, which is something we haven't been able to do a whole lot of. That's how you string bats together and get a couple of runs. Weren't any errors and 1 man left on base. I believe we'll have a left-hander coming in the pitch who will move along to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Left-hander coming in to pitch, Jack Meek. And he'll make his 9th relief appearance on the year, 10 innings, 9 hits, 2 runs, both earned runs. 4 walks, 10 strikeouts, 0-1 record with a save, and a 1.80 earned run average. Jack Meek will go to work on the back end of the Edmonton order here in the last of the 8th inning, and Dan Calabrese on a 1-for-2 now to lead it off. Bounces the ball foul at third base. Meek, a 5'10", 190-pounder out of Cal State Fullerton. Sophomore out of Bueno Park, California. Jace Schuler tonight. He was tough as a nickel steak. 2-inning distance. Smoke rings across. Slow ground ball to the right side. Lopez onto his left, gathers it in. Throws a strike to the bag, and you got one away. Tonight and last night, we've had termites in our bats.
Absolutely. Or that, or they're swinging balsa wood. It's just nothing happened.
Lyman is 0-for-2 tonight with a run batted in. Here's the pitch to Nico. And that's high and away. 1 ball, no strike to the Edmonton catcher. Brad Ott also up here in the inning. Middle infield back and fanned apart. They're midway at first and third. The pitch. Nico tries his luck with a bunt. Didn't make contact coming out of the box. It's a ball on the strike. We are exactly at the 2-hour mark here in the last half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss. 80-mile-an-hour pitch. The bottom fell right out of it on that curveball. Thrown here by the left-hander Meek. And the right-hander up and throwing in the Black Bear bullpen. Edmonton pen is empty. And here's the 1-2 delivery. Fly ball to left field. That's a room service fly ball. Not having to move hardly at all as Pat Stark. And he easily gets this one on radar. There's 2 away.
Oh, that was very easy for the left fielder. Like you said, he only had to take 1 or 2 steps.
And Brad Ott is the batter up. He had a little early work today, and he was dropping down some bunts. That's a good thing to see. Match up with a left-handed hitter and pitcher, and the ball is hit in the air to left field. There's another room service fly ball here to Pat Stark. Easy play for the left fielder, and that'll do it here in the home half of the 8th inning. 0's over. And we'll move along to the 9th inning. Saturday night baseball on Country Music Night at Remax Field. Pat Stark, the batter up, get it going here in the top half of the 9th inning. And he is 0-for-1 on the night. Right-handed batter up there. Here against Reese Hemmerling. Hemmerling kicks and delivers, and the first pitch. This inside and down. That was an off-speed pitch, 79-mile-an-hour velocity. Eli Lopez and Sam Canton also due up in the inning. Slow ground ball here to the left side. Kelly Coral is up with it. Does a crow hop and a throw to first base, and you got one away. As we go to Eli Lopez. Fielder's choice run batted in the second inning. Bounced into a double play in the seventh inning. He ground out in the fourth inning. Lopez, the batter.
A real nice job on that last pitch by Hammerling and having the ball dip back to the inside and ends up taking it off more of the handle than the barrel of the bat.
Sophomore out of Whittier, California, and the pitch is a curveball strike, 0-1. Tens Cal State Fullerton. And the pitch, he's laid on the fastball, he fouls it away. From an 80-mile-an-hour spinner to an 87-mile-an-hour fastball, gets the job done. 2 strikes up in the count, 1 gone, bases empty here in the top of 9. Again, 1 more game to go in the homestand, and the weather looks absolutely ideal for tomorrow. 105 contest. 76-mile-an-hour hook. Nice spin, nice break, nice location. And that curveball gets the job done. There's 2 away. Final totals for Tyson Kilbreath tonight, 2 2/3 innings. Surrenders 2 earned runs on 3 hits, 1 strikeout, 1 base on ball. The left-handed batter up there is Sam Canton, and the pitch to him is going to miss outside. 1 ball, no strike. Cowlitz Black Bears who play out of Longview, Washington. Been through there several times. It's on that highway that runs all the way out to the Pacific Ocean down in South Washington. I believe it's in Cowlitz County, which is why they call them the Cowlitz Bears. And here's the kick and the pitch by Hammerling. He dots the eye on the outside corner. Backdoor hook at 80 miles an hour.
Well, we've seen Reese Hammerling a few times this year, Alan. Each time he's been impressive with his control.
And the pitch. Fastball upstairs, appealed to the umpire at third base. Sean Witherall, he indicates no swing. All in, the pitching really just has not been too bad tonight. KJ Ward had just the 1 bad inning where 3 runs came in to score and an 8-batter up second inning. And Kilbreath had it going real good. 2 out in the 8th inning when back-to-back hits, 2 of them doubles, plated 2 runs. And the pitch down and away. Ball 4. And A.J. Singer will be the batter. He's a collective 0 for 4 tonight. 2 fly ball outs, a ground ball, and he was called out on strikes in the 8th inning. Reaches for the pitch, and he fouls it off the backstop. Off-speed pitch in there at 80 miles an hour. Ensure your vehicle is road trip ready by visiting your neighborhood Jiffy Lube today. Earn a $25 gift card with a fully synthetic oil change. Jiffy Lube, keeping you moving no matter where you're headed this summer. Full back onto first base, tagged down by the first baseman Osana. Nothing doing. Canton didn't have a big lead. Libet does have a nice hose, no question about that, and he just aired a perfect strikeout to the bag. And the 1-1 pitch, fouled away, strike 2. You can get a batter late on a 76-mile-an-hour pitch. You're really doing something. You're spotting that thing right.
He's confusing him with the off speeds, and it's really difficult as a batter because his motion is the same.
And that one is just a little bit outside, about the width of a ball out of the strike zone. And here's the 2-2 toss. Breaking pitch is going to get him. Mile high pop up in the right-handed side. Lots of hang time on this puppy. And Singer is erased on the pop up and about in the second baseman. And it's up to the batters now. They're down by 4 going to the last of 9. And we'll be back with that in just a jiffy. Final totals tonight for Jack Meek. Third of 4 pitchers on the night. 1 inning pitched. And smoke rings across. 0's over. And Nate Moquin, a right-hander, in the pitch now as he goes to work here on Johnny McGill. And John looks at a called strike. Moquin is going to make his 5th relief appearance. 5 starts, 16 2/3 innings. 11 hits, 9 runs, 7 earned, 6 walks, and 8 strikeouts. And a 3.78 earned run average for Moquin. Batting average for the league against Moquin is a paltry 190. Moquin, big right-hander, 6'4", 210-pounder. And the pitch is off the head of the bat, flared foul down the left side, now to play. Out of Iowa Western Community College, he's a sophomore, out of a town you and I both know, Omaha, Nebraska. He'll trying to get his first knock of the night. Here comes the pitch, high and outside. Home of one of the all-time great right-handers in the annals of baseball, Bob Gibson, out of Omaha, Nebraska. And the pitch, foul to the backstop.
That's interesting about Gibson. He was such a good athlete. He could play any sport.
And McGill with a soft line drive here to the shortstop, Singer. And you got 1 away. And Kelly Coral will be the batter. He was a Hall of Famer, a multi-time National League All-Star, 11-time National League Gold Glove pitcher. I was just a kid when I saw it in the '68 World Series, the Cardinals, and a really good Detroit Tiger ball club. Gibson struck out 18 batters. Strike 1 to Kelly Coral. Curveball in there for a strike, 76 miles an hour on that overhand curveball here to Kelly Coral, who tonight is, after a 3-hit night last night, bounced out and popped up twice. There he goes around on an 89-mile-an-hour fastball up in the wheelhouse. Swing and a miss, 2 away. Tommy Takayoshi will be the batter. Infield hit in the first inning and a pop-up and a ground ball since. Hitting a solid .314. And the pitch to Tommy. He's out at Tacoma, Washington. High and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Was hurt this year. Didn't play a whole lot at Fresno State down there at Biden Field. And here's the 1-0 pitch to Tommy. Gives it a ride out into left. That should probably do it. Racing on over. And the outfielders collide. Holy Moses. Pat Stark and Sam Canton. And I think that is Canton, and he's hurt. Takayoshi rounds third. He's going to come on in to score. The throw is up the road, and the Riverhawks play to run as Tommy Takayoshi races around 360 feet of base track. And that'll make it the 2 away, a 3-run deficit, a 5-2 ball game. I think it is Stark, the left fielder, is it not?
Well, that was an ugly thing out there, Al. They were both going full speed. Now, normally the center fielder would be calling off the left fielder, but with the crowd noise and that, he might not have hurt him. And they hit going full speed.
Oh, boy, you don't like to see
serious.
that. They score that as an inside the park home run. That should have been the third out of the ball game, the final out, Canton and Stark, and they collided. And in baseball, you don't have padding.
Look, I don't know.
Cut him in 2.
Both of the outfielders are down. I think the center fielder is up now.
Well, they'll be under good medical attention as Dr. Randy Gregg, one of the owners here of the ball club, 5-time Stanley Cup champion, and a medical doctor. In fact, he still keeps up his practice.
He's heading out there now. He's getting up.
Anybody ever tells you baseball isn't a contact sport, think again. And Takayoshi with his first home run of the season, an inside the park home run. Would not surprise me in the least if we have 2 defensive changes, with 2 gone here in the 9th inning. And it wouldn't surprise me if we don't have any. We're going to have 1 for sure. All right, we'll have a defensive change. We'll be back with that in a second. Noah Boughton is the batter, and believe it or not, both outfielders are going to stay in the game. Stark will stay in left field, and Sam Canton in center field. We'll score that an inside the park home run. That might seem generous, but another ball player put leather on it. So Takayoshi will get credit with his first home run. Clearly the ball should have been caught, but that's some of the vagaries of the scoring in baseball. And here's the 2-strike pitch, ground ball to the right side. Lopez gathers it in onto the bag, and that'll do it. Game, set, match. And here in the last of the 9th, 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. Go nowhere, our post-game show coming up here in just a minute. We'll have the final totals for you and a whole lot more.
Country music keeps on going, though.
Final totals in the ball game tonight. A quickie, 2 hours and 18 minutes, 3,889 in the stands to watch it. With the victory, Cowlitz improves to 10-4 in the second half, and they now lead the seasonal series against Edmonton 3-2, and the Riverhawks to fall to 4-10. 5 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. 5 left for Cowlitz, 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base for the Hawks. The winning pitcher goes to 2-1, a left-hander, Kyle Etheridge, 5-inning distance, 1 run, and that was an unearned run, 2 hits, 1 strikeout, 1 walk. 3 pitchers combined to go the rest of the way. No save in the ball game. KJ Ward, the starter and the losing pitcher, he'll fall to 1-4, a 5-inning distance, gave up 3 runs on 5 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 1 hit batter. And John, what it was, John Short, it was just a collection of 1, 2, 3 back-to-back hits and a sacrifice fly, and 3 runs scored, and that's all the Black Bears would need.
That's absolutely true, Al, because once again, we look at the Edmonton Riverhawks, and they're just not hitting. They haven't had a really good go around with the bat now for almost as long as they've been home. Maybe things will change now that they're going on the road for a day or so.
5 runs on 9 hits, the 3 runs scored in the second inning. We got a couple more with 2 out in the 8th inning, but Tyson Kilbreth, 2 2/3 innings, he allowed 2 earned runs on 3 hits, and then Reese Hemmerling worked an inning in the third, a scoreless baseball, 1 hit, 1 strikeout, 1 walk. And Kilbreth and Hemmerling, not particularly hard throwers, but they threw strikes and did a pretty nice job in relief tonight.
And interesting to find out, as I did from another area of the press box, that Kilbreth, this was the first earned run that he's given up in relief all year. He's played 5 or 6 games, done a pretty good job under the profile.
Well, there are times when a ball club just gets stale. They're not hurt, I won't say that, but I read at the present time with a certified check they can hardly buy a run.
Well, you look at the record, they're a long way from where they were a year ago. They were 25-29 at the end of last season. This year they're 11-30. So there has to be some different feeling in the organization, just because in that sense alone, it hasn't been a very good year. I think the young players are discouraged. I'd be surprised if they aren't.
3,889 tonight. We'll have a nice country music concert to follow a little bit later on. Now, so talked to Randy Gregg today, the doctor. I said, okay, you've got a ball club that has not met your expectations. You can fix that. Playing with a real good ball club and nobody in the seats, that's hard to fix.
Oh, that's true. Everything that has to happen for this organization to thrive for years and years and years to come is in place. The respect of the organization for the Edmonton Riverhawks, that's here. The interest by the young people, that's here. The ability of some of the players, a large number of the players that we see on here. There are players on here I'd love to see come back next year, although I don't know what else the roster would look like. But I would consider it a great privilege, for example, to think we were going to see Overmars play a little bit more defense at third base, that we were going to see Takayoshi, who may be a senior, may be ineligible, I don't know. But I love his energy, and I saw it again. An absolutely meaningless home run. Final score tonight, 5-1, 5-2. He hit the ball. He did exactly what he had to do. He ran until he stopped, and he stopped at home plate after the collision in the outfield.
Well, I think it would be fair to say that the Riverhawks are kind of like the U.S. Marine Corps. They're looking for a few good men.
It happens that way. Interesting, though, Al, you and I were talking about it very briefly. The collision of the outfielders, that happens or comes so close to happening so often, and I know it's on the record that batters previously at the major league level had been given home runs for collisions like that when nobody can field the ball after a collision. But this one, it came one day after Halen Knoll was injured on the mound. This can be a tough physical game when kids play it at this level.
That was Sam Canton, the center fielder, and Pat Stark, the left fielder, converging on the ball away out there. The crowd's, making a lot of noise. They might not hurt each other, but anybody thinks that a ball player isn't tough, think again. They don't have padding.
It's true. And you had to feel a little sorry for Patrick Stark. He got into the game only because the man in his position at the start of the game was hit on the elbow by a pitch. He wasn't going to play. I suspect that by the time he wakes up tomorrow morning with pains all over his body, he'll kind of regret that he had to play.
With that victory, the Black Bears improved to 10-4, and they've won their last 3 series. Now, they haven't swept them, but they've won them. They've taken 2 out of 3.
Well, they are in the playoff race. They've got a successful history throughout their time in this league. The Cowlitz Black Bears, they obviously treat every game with great importance, and that's the way it has to be for them. They want to make the playoffs. They have to keep going.
So again, it'll go into the books as a 5-2 victory for the Cowlitz Black Bears after a 3-2 win last night. Now this one, nobody likes a loss, but this one didn't sting near as bad as that one last night where the winning run came in on a hit batter.
Well, a few things that I can imagine hurt worse than seeing your lead disappear at that stage. In real terms, when Ward was not as sharp as we've seen him in the past, and his great speed, the 94, 95 mile-an-hour fastball, was not on display. But 3-0 against this team is a major deficit, particularly the way the the Riverhawks haven't been hitting. And it was pretty easy after a while to file that one under the L in the wrong column.
Ward went to his breaking ball a whole lot more tonight than I've seen him before, and he's retooled that breaking ball. He had a big, slow looping curveball. He's tightened the spin on it now, and so it's a little faster hammer, and the spin on it is tight as a snare drum.
Well, and again, he has the additional weapon. He's got the big hammer. He can throw the ball past people, and I'm glad to see him improving his secondary pitches. He has to do that, but purely as a fan, knowing a little about him because I've seen him now a couple of times, I still like to see him unleash the big one.
Again, it goes into the books tonight as a 5-2 win for Cowlitz. 5 runs, 9 hits, 1 error, 5 left. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 2 left aboard for the Riverhawks. The winning pitcher, Cal Lethbridge, a left-hander. Pretty good outing tonight. 5-inning distance, 1 unearned run. He'll go to 2-1. K.J. Ward takes the loss. He falls to 1-4. 5-inning distance, 3 earned runs on 5 hits, 2 strikeout, and 1 hit batsman. The beauty of baseball is there's always tomorrow, and tomorrow it is. A matinee contest at 1:05, and we'll have the play-by-play account of that ball going for you right about 1:05 Mountain Time. John Short, thank you very much, and we shall return on the Sabbath day with baseball from right here at Remax Field.
Thanks, Al.